Tyrone Magnus sites. Woo! And I'm back with another Magnus Answers. Join me on my journey to 1 million subscribers. And here we go. It's entitled A Few Questions, Brother, by Dat Tim 2010. Dat Tim 2010. Dat Tim 2010. Dat Tim 2010. Anyway, it says, hey Tyrone, it'd be sweet if you can answer at least one of these questions in the video, man. Oh, and by the way, 1 million subscribers. Woo! Now look, sit back and relax, Magnus Sites, because I'm going to answer every single one of his questions, alright? He's got a few of them. He's got a part 1 and a part 2. But here we go. How do I feel about the word nigga? Well, personally, I think it's just a different version of the word nigger, which was, used to demean and, treat us like some human, animals. So, I personally don't believe in using it. Have I said it in the past? Yeah, I used to say it a lot in the past. Yes, I did, because I was blind, just like a lot of other people, by things that are promoted that really shouldn't be promoted. It's just not, I don't see, Puerto Ricans going around calling each other spicks, and white people calling them, what's up, my honky? Like, I don't see them doing that, and I realized why black people did it, why a lot of black people did it. Like, and you're called something all your life, you start using it, you try to change it a little bit, and you change it to something positive, you're taking the hurt out of the word. I get it. But I personally, in my personal opinion, do not believe that it was the proper thing to do with that word. So I don't believe in using it. Says I'm black and personally don't really get offended. Okay, so this is after he asked me a question. I'm black and I personally don't really find it offensive when it is said by other black people, but I hate it when black people tell white people that it's perfectly fine. Yeah. For example, I have friends that come up to me saying something with nigga in it. When I give them a pissed off look, they say, whoa, what's wrong, man? Trayvon said it's cool. It's not like I used to use the ER ending. This pisses me off and just seems like a way for people to use offensive comments that they deem in bounds. Yeah, like I had a white friend say to me one time, I'm worried, and when soon as Chris Rock said it, I was like, here we go. Here we go. Remember when he did the thing and he was like, who's more racist, black people or white people? He said black people because black people hate black people too, and then he did the whole joke about, I'm looking for niggas. There's black people and there's niggas. And I had a white friend say that to me, and I had to, chill with that shit, man. Just because a celebrity said in his fucking act don't mean it's okay. Alright, so, yeah. That's how I feel about that. Now, part 2 says, man, no lie, I've seen a ton of similarities between you and Sarah and me and my girlfriend. You're in an interracial relationship, just like we are. It seems that your viewpoints on many social issues and such are very similar to ours. Even our religious backgrounds are the same. I grew up as Jehovah's Witness, just like you, and my girlfriend Sabrina grew up in a religious household but is no longer practicing. My question is this: what made y'all decide to stop practicing your previous religion? I'm curious if it is also the same reason I stopped. 1 million subscribers! Woo! Well, I'll tell you what made me stop practicing. What made me stop practicing in particular was that, I believe it's Charles Taze Russell, right? Was the one who founded the Jehovah's Witnesses. Or was it Rutherford? I can't remember. Rutherford or Russell. I always get them mixed up because I know one took over for the other one, whatever, when one died. But it doesn't matter. The point is that one of them, whoever founded it, I found out in my search for truth, made false predictions about when the end of the world was and certain things, and I was like, wait a minute. The Bible says that if you make a prediction that does not come true, then you're a false prophet. That was heavy. That was really, really, really heavy on me. It was hard to deal with. It was really hard to deal with. Plus, another thing it did for me was that he, there's all this controversy with Freemasons and Illuminati and all this satanic worship and shit going on. And even on his gravestone, like dedicated to him at the cemetery, is a huge pyramid, which, you're taught is a pagan symbol, and all these other things, which I don't really need to get into, but you kind of see where I'm going. You're seeing the opposite of what you're seeing things going on in your religion that are opposite of what you taught are good. So you got a guy that could have been a Freemason and all this other stuff. And he also made false prediction, which the Bible says you are a false prophet. And it would make sense, because if you are being guided by God, you're not going to make false predictions. I know Jehovah's Witnesses call it like old light and new light. Well, and it bothers me. Like, it bothers me to even say it, because I grew up in it and it was so near and dear to my heart. I truly believed I had the truth. Similar with Sarah, there are a lot of things that she does not agree with and questions she has not had answered in the Pentecostal religion. Things that her mother even can't answer as a pastor, and other things. And people are like this in religion, because religion is basically fear-based. A lot of people say it's love-based. I believe that that's very arguable. You're always afraid to anger God or get on his bad side, because you don't want to be killed, or you don't want to be put in the lake of fire where you will burn forever in hell and Hades. There's a lot of issues I have with religion, or at least Christianity at this point. I don't know all the other religions and what they preach, and I know a little about what they preach, but not a lot, like Christianity. I grew up in it, shit. So that's what it was for us, and that's the reason why we don't practice anymore. And hell, if there is a God, if there is a truth, I would hope that he knows, or she knows, or whoever knows that I want the truth, and I want to find out what we're really here for, what man's purpose is, if a God does exist. If not, okay, well, let me know that too. But I really want to know the truth. There's so many just different damn denominations. Look at Christian denominations. They're always fighting. Like, the biggest thing that I hate, that I started to notice about Christians in particular, is that, and it's only because Christians are the only thing that I know. I'm not singling out or pointing the finger at Christians. People are like, oh, you're an agent of the devil. No, I'm not. I'm sitting here telling you the issues I had with religion. I noticed that, like, I might tell my grandmom something about, a different religion. I met them and they said this, and they teach this too, and they teach that too, and then they're of Satan. Whoa, calm down, grandma. You know what I mean? Same thing with Sarah's mom. You tell Sarah's mom something about another religion, you know what I mean? Like, why can't you peacefully explain to me why you believe that something else is wrong? Like, I've got a friend that's Jehovah's Witness. He's a real cool dude, man. And even when he explains to me things or his point of view, he's always very calm. Always very calm. He never expresses any hate and all this stuff. And, you see people fighting over religion all the time. And I'm just like, I really, truly wish that, a lot of people say this is New Age thought and this is satanic, and maybe it is. But I don't know, because remember, I don't have the truth yet as far as I'm concerned. When a religion can come to me and prove everything without any doubt in my mind, then I'll be fine, and that's the religion I'll be in. But, like people say this is a New Age thought, where there's so many paths to God. We're all just on different ones, and they lead to the same one. I wish it was like that. But I also wish that they could all get along at the same time. Because the fact of the matter is, if I was born in China, I'd be something else probably, right? If I was born in Japan, it'd be something different. I was born in India, like I probably wouldn't have been raised as Jehovah's Witness, growing up in all these different countries. If I, grew up on the continent of Africa in one of the different many countries there, I may be something else, And one thing I noticed in studying history is that the slave always takes on the religion of his master, which is exactly what black people did. And black people are the most religious in America. But that's a whole nother different video. So I thought to myself, I said, well, wait a minute. Am I in a Christian denomination because that's the truth and God brought me to him and that's, yeah, or is it because my ancestors were enslaved by white people who also were Christians? Makes sense, right? So anyway, without this video getting too long, I hope I've answered all your questions. Appreciate you sending me the gauntlet of all the questions, you know, the multiple shot questions, throwing them at me. That's cool. I appreciate it. I don't mind doing long videos. So I hope you all had a good time. Learn a little bit more about Tyrone Magnus. Talk to y'all later.